As most of you know, Sony's E3 2018 press conference was the one I was looking most forward to, given the fact that Sony currently features one of the best exclusive lineups I've ever seen. Sony had more to prove than usual in light of Microsoft's kick-ass conference. Apart from that, Sony set the bar incredibly high for themselves by delivering the best E3 conference of all time in 2016. I watched Sony's E3 2018 conference yesterday night and I was absolutely baffled. But here's the thing, I was baffled in both a positive and negative way. To be perfectly honest guys, I still have no freaking idea how to rate or describe this press conference. This was such a weird decision on Sony's part. I mean, what were they thinking? The conference basically consisted of 5 emotional responses all at once. It starts in a bizarre hybrid of tent and church, which is where the confusion began. Why is the Sony E3 2018 press conference taking place in a church tent? What is going on? Naturally, I became uneasy because I had no idea where they were going with this. But all my fears were swept away when the composer of Last of Us entered the stage, leading us into the first gameplay demo of one of my favorite games of all time. Probably by far the most anticipated PS4 exclusive title. Now, I won't talk in detail about every single gameplay demo because this video is supposed to be a quick reaction regarding the overall presentation. In short, I was mesmerized by the breathtaking visuals and brutal presentation. I was at the edge of my seat the whole time. We are off to a good start, right? Wrong. Following the demo was a 15-minute shit show, until the Ghost of Tsushima gameplay and the actual beginning of a normal press conference, we had to endure 15 minutes of completely pointless and boring conversation. And yes, I know they showed off a new Call of Duty and Destiny trailer, but that really isn't anything to write home about. I found myself getting increasingly more infuriated the longer I had to listen to Sid Schumann's voice. This section was a total disaster and killed the excitement that had previously been built up with a fantastic gameplay demo for The Last of Us. Let me tell you why it's a perfectly reasonable reaction to be angry about this. As far as we know, the only fucking reason why Sony decided to move several hundred people from one venue to another is this transition. I'll admit, when Sony transitioned seamlessly from the venue to the Last of Us demo, I thought to myself, now everything is starting to make sense. Now I get it. That's a neat idea. I like it. Would I have known that Sony offered the entire pacing of its conference for this one sleight of hand, this one creative transition, my reaction would have been a different one. It was a bizarre and ultimately false decision. Sony's conference ran from phenomenal to total garbage to phenomenal again within 30 minutes. That being said, everything they showed looked mind-blowing and as AAA gets. Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding and Spider-Man all received beefy gameplay demos, which further solidified the tremendous talent and ambition of the studios making them. Apart from the big 4 exclusive titles, the Resident Evil 2 remake was finally revealed to the world, looking way better than I expected. And for the first time, Remedy unveiled its newest project called Control on a Sony stage. I guess the big bummer is the fact that no new PS4 exclusives were announced. No The Order 1886 sequel, no Bloodborne 2, no Demon's Souls remake. I mean, I'm not really surprised since Sony's weirdly worded blog post made clear that we shouldn't expect any major exclusive game announcements. What I really didn't see coming is the complete absence of Rockstar's long-rumored Superman game. I was so convinced they would be ready to reveal it to the world. Here we go, never get hyped for something without solid foundation. Okay, now we come to the hard part. How do I rate this conference? And how do I even feel about this conference overall? Honestly, I don't know. Sony's conference featured really high highs, but also one really low low. The handful of games shown all looked like 10 out of 10 games. However, the overall conference suffered from a lack of new announcements, apart from Resident Evil 2 and Control, which were awesome, and it suffered from a 15-minute snooze fest right after a mind-blowing gameplay demo. Man, this is a weird one, you guys. I probably sound way more negative than I actually am. As I said, the gameplay demos for Sony's 4 major exclusive titles were all fantastic and outperformed every game at Microsoft's conference. On the other hand, Microsoft had a way better pacing and 5 times the amount of games. You know what? I want to hear what you guys think before I rate this conference. Not that it matters anyway, it's just a random number to pinpoint my general impressions. For now, I just want to know what you guys have to say, because I'm really indecisive. As I said, I'm going to upload a more detailed video in the next couple of days to summarize my thoughts on this year's E3. One part of this video will be my final score for each press conference. Till next time.